Yo, yo, family back here with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles today, and feeling a little fiery today. Might have a bit of a rant. I want to share that from all angles, this society, this world can easily make you feel like you're not enough. You know, the whole self-improvement industry always making you feel like you need to do more, improve more, achieve more, personal development, same thing. Society's general notions of success making you feel like there's 8,000 hoops you got to jump through and you got to check all the boxes and keep up with the Joneses and do this and do that and get this certification and this accomplishment and get like all the right chicken scratches on your resume, all the right credentials. Even the spiritual space is absolutely rife with all these carrots on sticks making you feel like you're not enough just how you are. Like feel like you need to penetrate the absolute or ascend the jhanas or dissolve every last speck of solidity or reach a condition of zero selfing or manifest your dream life or reclaim your true power. Whatever it is, we're just bombarded from 8,000 angles with so many signals that implicitly say you are not enough as you are. Where you are right now is not okay as it is. You need to do X and Y and Z and A and B and C and 6,000 more things to maybe someday be enough and be successful. And I'm just here today to say, fuck all that. Fuck all that bullshit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. You are just fine, just how you are right now. You've been just fine since the day you popped out of the womb. Ain't never been a thing wrong with a hair on your head. We would never look at our newborn baby child and say, oh geez, son, you really better, get it together. You better figure it out here. You better go jump through 8,000 hoops and attain enlightenment and do this and that, and maybe you'll be enough. No, it's very clear when we look at a baby that a baby is just perfect how they are. They don't need to do shit. They're just being what they are. They're just go go caca hee 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 ah ah. They just do what they do. They be what they be. And that's really all that any of us are ever doing and all that any of us can do. Just be ourselves, do our thing, unfold our karma according to the mysterious blueprint of whatever the fuck we happen to be. And yet we're in this world that is full of a kind of dark magic that plays upon our insecurities, plays upon our shame, plays upon our wounds and our feelings of not enoughness, and dangles all these endless sequence of shiny objects on the horizon all around us, bombarded by advertising, bombarded by consumer culture, always made to feel like, oh yeah, you'll be a boss, you'll be a suave motherfucker, you'll be that shit once you buy the next product, the next service, the next luxury, the next vacation, the next house, the next car, whatever the fuck it is. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Burn it down. Burn it down. Check out of that dark magical matrix. The shit is a fucking matrix of dark magic, just trying to play upon your wounds, play upon your insecurities, play upon your shame, feelings of not enoughness, and just literally trying to create an anxiety relievable by purchase, as David Foster Wallace once said of what advertisements are designed to do: create an anxiety relievable by purchase. So, yeah, we're literally, in one sense, living in this dystopian matrix that bombards us from all angles with these types of signals. And granted, that's just one perspective. There's infinite other perspectives out there. I don't recommend living inside of this perspective, but it can be useful to speak from this perspective to just raise awareness that almost everybody in the world, in one way or another, is trying to tell you that you're not okay just as you are. We've all been so deeply fucking programmed into this matrix of bullshit. Everybody, almost everybody has bought into this. Almost everybody is functioning as an Agent Smith, reinforcing this matrix by communicating in a million subtle ways that you're not enough just as you are, and we are judging you for being just as you are, and you damn well better, lose that extra 10 pounds, or get some shinier clothes, or not wear sweatpants at this restaurant, or whatever the fuck it is. Almost everybody's bought into this game of just feeling like we're all competing to try to attain some unattainable trophy of enoughness and keeping up with the imaginary Joneses, and maybe someday we'll polish ourselves up enough and improve ourselves enough that we'll finally reach our full potential and live our best lives and attain success and status and become the shiny objects that we can be, that we saw on the advertisements since we were children. And just, once again, fuck all that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. This is definitely like a Shiva the Destroyer type video. This is some dragon energy here. Sometimes you got to channel the dragon energy and you just got to say, burn it the fuck down. Burn it the fuck down. Don't listen to fucking anybody in this world. Like, I'm not saying nobody has good ideas, but you got to be discerning as fuck, because people are fucking confused, and they will confuse the shit out of you, and they will trick you into living a life based on chasing ever receding carrots on the horizon. They'll trick you into running a hamster wheel based on not-enough-ness. They'll trick you into never feeling like enough because they don't feel like enough. And so we're all just reinforcing this matrix of not-enough-ness and feeling like we got 1,000 more races to run and boxes to check before we can maybe someday be enough. And the shit's just not like that. Life, fundamentally not like that. Life doesn't come with any intrinsic ideas of enoughness or not enoughness. Reality can never step outside of itself to objectively assess its own success or failure, its own enoughness or not enoughness. And you are reality. So who convinced you that you can somehow assess your own or anyone else's success or failure or enoughness or not enoughness? Against what standard? How can you draw lines around any part of reality and say, oh, this part of reality is really lagging behind here. This one's really failing. This one's really not meeting expectations. You can't separate any of it out from the rest of it. This is one whole happening. This is one seamless universe dancing itself forth. And who the fuck are we puny ape beings, in one sense, to project these ideas onto pure cosmic mystery and say, oh yeah, I know what that is. Yeah, that's a loser over there. He's really falling behind. Yeah, he's really letting us down over there. Who the fuck cares? Fuck off. Burn it down. You know? I'm sitting here right now. I'm a bit overweight by many people's standards. Got a bit of a holiday belly going on. Can, probably gonna be getting in the gym, but not from a place of not enoughness. I enjoy getting in the gym. I enjoy working out, but I don't need to do that. I'm a bit overweight in this moment. I'm a bit angry in this moment. Some shit was irritating me today, and I decided to channel it into this rantish video. And, a person could look at my life and they could make all sorts of judgments about it. They could totally say like, oh yeah, that guy really fell off the map years ago. Yeah, he was a National Merit Scholar. He was, 4.0 student, and then he just really lost the plot. He took a bunch of psychedelics. He disappeared to these foreign countries for a lot of years. He started saying a lot of crazy shit on the internet, and he just became some kind of freak on the internet, and he just lives with his mother-in-law in Germany, and blah 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 blah. And if I believe those stories, if I gave a shit, I would potentially be pretty miserable. And thankfully I don't. Thankfully, I think it's perfectly okay to be kind of angry in this moment, kind of fiery. I think it's perfectly okay to have a little bit of a pot belly going on here. Again, that's not saying I want to become complacent. I'm not advocating for total complacency here, but the point is just, my life as it is, people could pass all sorts of judgments about it, and I don't really give a shit, and you don't have to give a shit either. We can just let ourselves be enough as we are in these messy, idiosyncratic, ragtag, ramshackle lives that we're living. We seem to be living in very strange times, potentially times of the early stirrings of the collapse of Western civilization, or maybe the not so early stirrings. Who the fuck knows? We're in the time of the rise of AI, these times of crazy transition, massive inflation, cost of living crisis. Who the fuck knows what's going on out here? Like, just, we don't have to judge ourselves. Like, shit's fucking weird. No one even knows what's going on. No one even knows what's going on out here. This is just this miraculous apparition shining forth, just looking how it looks. It just looks how it looks, and we don't have to judge ourselves by other people's standards. We don't have to buy into these endless carrots on the horizon and feel like, oh, I need to undertake yet another quest of self-betterment, yet another fucking project to fix myself. Fuck that. You're not broken. You're not broken. You're whole right now, just how you are. You're whole. You're not broken. You don't need to be fixed. You don't need to grow 18 golden legs and dance the stellar tarantella on American Idol for all to see and applaud to. No, you don't need to become famous. You don't need to become rich. Life doesn't have to look any particular way. And life doesn't look any particular way. It looks different to every single person who looks at it. It's like this image behind me, like a pure Rorschach splash of unresolvable swirlingness. That's what we're dealing with here. And everybody projects their own story onto it and thinks that they're seeing objective truth when really they're just seeing their own mind reflected back to them. Life is like an empty mirror. It just reflects back whatever we project onto it. And we're all just these shape-shifting chameleons that are going to look like whatever story people are projecting onto us. Sure, they're going to see us through the lens of the story they project onto us. And who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about them? We don't even really know what their experience is. We don't know if they're even having an experience. All I can know is my own experience. And so, you know, what do I care about impressing anybody else? I like to I like to impress one person and one person only, and that's myself. I like to feel good in my own heart about just being me. And and the standard is not particularly high. It's just like, hey, don't be a dick, you know, and this is just me. You can have your own standards, but generally for me, I try to be kind to people. I try to spread love. I try not to be a jerk. And then I just make a bunch of silly art. I make weird videos. I make weird rap songs. I write weird poetry and essays. I hold space for people online, and we do weird stuff together. We dance and make animal noises and get silly, get weird, get freaky, get wild. I just do weird stuff, and I like that. I like that. And to me, that's yeah, I don't even need to impress myself. Impress is the wrong word. Let's say delight myself. That delights me. It delights me to just be me. It delights me to just take a walk in the woods. It delights me to not put pressure on myself to become anything in particular. It delights me to just let my organic expression unfurl itself however it wants to. It delights me to be weird and wacky. It delights me to be the glitch that I want to see in the matrix. It delights me to disturb other people's reality tunnels, not in any kind of malicious way, but just to be a signal that doesn't quite compute. Just be, again, the glitch I want to see in the matrix. Just be a little bit of a riddle, a koan, a trickster, a rascal. I enjoy that. Sure, yeah. I enjoy being a good father. I enjoy being a good husband. I enjoy being there for my family. And I also enjoy not beating myself up when I'm not able to be the utterly full, loving presence of pure saintly grace that, you know, we would all, on some level, probably like to be. It's okay that we're not able to live up to that, you know? It's okay. It's okay. So, you know, just the message of this video, I guess, is just stop assessing yourself based on other people's standards. Stop buying into any carrot on a stick. Stop buying into any story that you're not enough and you got to get to some place X, Y, or Z. First and foremost, just without any story or standard whatsoever, just let yourself be enough in this moment. See that you are as you are. Life is as it is. You don't ultimately even know what you are or what any of this is. So how can you even say that it's not enough or it is enough? You just don't know. So take that perspective of no perspective and just discover the plenitude of sheer bubbling mystery, overflowing miraculousness right here and now. Let yourself be that. Let yourself be as you are. Just be you. Just be you. And if you are going to apply some kind of assessment, some kind of discernment, let it be your own standard, you know? Impress yourself or delight yourself. Be your own best friend. Be something that you enjoy hanging out with. You know, you are by far and away the person you're going to spend the most time with in your life. So be what you enjoy hanging out with. Be what delights you. Be what delights you and create things that delight you, whatever that may be. If it's just whistling a song while you walk down the street, or wearing an unusual Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt, whatever it may be. It can look like anything. It can look like anything. So, anywho, thanks for listening, fam. That's my rant for today. As I said, there was a little bit of fire in the tank there. Yeah, felt like just firing it off into a video. So hopefully it was useful in some way. Hopefully it was valuable in some way. Hopefully liberating, and a permission slip to just be exactly as you are in this moment. You're whole, you're groovy, you're chill. You're totally enough as you are. You don't got to listen to any of these fools out here claiming that you're not enough, or subtly creating devices to lure you onto an endless hamster wheel based on a feeling of not enoughness. Just rest as you are now. Just let yourself be this organic flow that you are. Or not. Do you, do whatever. Do you, do whatever. Be you, do your thing. Nothing to do but be you, baby. Much love, family. Take care. I love you. Peace. I love you. Peace.